Hello, everybody. Welcome to Verbling. Teacher Ryan here. In the next hour, we're going to do another one of our classes where we analyze something current in the news. And today, we're going to talk about renewable energy, something that's on the minds of people all over the world because of the different crises resulting from the current types of energy we're using and also shortages in some of these fuels that we're dependent on. So it should be an interesting class. We'll look forward to hearing all your comments and your thoughts on this interesting topic. Now, just before we get started, a couple of things you'll notice in the Verbling chat box. I have put a link to the document that you're going to need for today's class. So you'll probably want to open that up, and then you can have it on your screen. You can see it in large. Also, I'll give you the link here to my Verbling Facebook page. And with that link, you can check out what's coming up on my classes. I try to post things ahead of time so that you can make some plans to attend my classes. Okay, last but not least, just remember, please, when you're not speaking in class, it's good to try and keep your microphone on mute. I know it's a bit annoying to mute it and unmute it all the time, but if there's any background noise, it certainly can disturb the other students. All right, let's start welcoming our classmates today. And the first one in the class this morning was Heidi. How are you today?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. And yesterday when we were talking, you said that it was very wet, and so you didn't go outside. What's it look like today?
Yeah, yesterday some place had a heavy rain, so it caused flood. Then some people needed to evacuate, not to this place.
Oh, wow. That's pretty serious.
Yeah, then landslide happened, so some house crashed, people died.
Oh my goodness, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'll have to check the news later and read about that. So how many people were killed?
Maybe 2 or 3.
And that's all caused by the rain?
Yes, heavy rain.
And then the flood came in and...
The street changed like a river.
Oh my goodness, wow, that's serious. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Your area is fine?
It's close to my place, but my place is okay, a little high place. So.
Oh, are you in an apartment building?
Yeah, I'm living on a condo.
Okay, okay, very good. Well, Heidi, great to have you back with us again. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we can say hello now to Eva. How are you today?
Hi, Ryan. Fine, thanks. But the weather is very bad here also. But it's not rain. Just yesterday we have heavy rain, as Heidi said. But today is very, very cold. So just it will be winter in the next week, I think so. But it's August, so I can't believe this weather.
It's coming too early.
Yes, very early.
So when would it usually start to get this way?
Sorry?
In other years, when would it start to get cold? Like it's August now, but maybe last year was it in September or October, or how far?
Yes, but last year when we moved to Bonn here, it was June, and we have to wear coat because that was just 7 and 10 Celsius degrees. So it was also a very interesting weather.
Okay, every year something new. It keeps us guessing.
Yes.
Well, nice to have you here again, Eva. Welcome.
Thank you.
And let's say hello to Igor. How are you?
Hi, teacher.
Should I say Igor?
Igor.
Igor. Good. Nice to have you here. How you doing?
Okay, I'm good. And the temperature here is fine. It's
It's normal.
It's hot a little bit. Yeah, it's normal. Yeah, and I just woke up to take your class, and I didn't go outside to see more
Okay.
details about the temperature.
Well, it's great to have you here, Igor. Where? Tell me again,
Thank
which
you.
country are you are living in?
I live in Brazil.
Okay, fantastic. So, um, in Brazil, in the morning, what do the people generally drink or eat? Do you have coffee?
hmm Yeah, for sure. People here uh, like to drink coffee uh, every time, not only morning.
All day long, all
And
day long.
yeah, and also in the morning, people like to eat bread as
Okay,
well.
bread and coffee. That's the standard fare. So did you have
Yeah,
your bread and coffee, Igor?
not yet. I just waiting my father to wake up. Then I'll drink coffee with him.
Oh, that's nice. Well, Igor, welcome to the class. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And let's see now. We have another student. I want to say, oh, I might get the name wrong. I'll try. Vasily?
Yes, hello. My name is Alibek actually. I'm from Kazakhstan and I'm glad to see you and I just want to join to your class
Okay,
for the
great
first
to
time.
have you here again. Now, but I didn't quite catch your name. Can you give it to me a little slower?
Yes, this is account is not mine actually, but my name is Alibek.
Oliver.
Alibek. Alibek.
Alidek.
Yes.
Okay, A-L. Okay. Let me just write it in the chat box here. D-E, like this. Did I get it right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great to have you here from Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
And we've also got Marcio. How are you, Marcio?
Yeah, hi teacher. I'm fine. How are you today?
Very good, very good. And where are you located?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, Brazil as well. Good. Did you have your coffee and bread this morning?
Yeah. Yes.
Good,
I
Marcio.
woke up early today because my daughter, I have a little daughter, and I woke up very early today.
Oh, did she wake you up or is she sick?
Uh, no, no, she has 6 months, né? She woke up
Oh,
early, about 5:30 morning in the
oh
morning.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, nice that she has a good dad who got up and gave her a big hug this morning. That's nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay, welcome everybody to the class. Let's just get started by talking a little bit about energy. Um, I'm just going to have to remind everybody, if you could, to keep your microphones muted when you're not talking, just for the sake of the rest of the students, because sometimes there's background noise. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So I'm just going to ask you a little bit about energy usage. Now, we're all very dependent on electricity. So Heidi,
Yes.
or today so far,
Mhm.
what electrical things have you used? What electrical appliances have you used?
Electric plant. Before we had a lot of nuclear power plant, but after a strong earthquake, all stopped. So now Japanese, the companies, power companies using fuel and hydropower, a little solar power, and some wind power.
Okay, but what about you personally? Like in your home today,
Yeah.
what items or appliances have you used that
Ah,
require electricity?
I use lamp bulb, TV, and a computer, or only that.
Okay.
And okay. And in the kitchen, refrigerator, sure.
Okay. What have you got any air conditioning?
No, I don't have air conditioner.
Okay,
Even though
okay.
it's very hot, but I tolerate that.
You endure it. Okay, that's good. And what about Ava? What electrical appliances have you used today already?
I used electricity, and I used warm water. So we have I don't know in English, we have just um, equipment which can warm the water. Uh, I think so. It work with gas in
Okay.
the whole system, but I really don't know.
So you've used maybe an electric heater, but it might be a gas heater.
Yes.
Okay, good. What about you, Igor? What electrical items have you used today?
As always, I use it my iPad and cell phone.
Okay.
The
Yep.
whole day I use it.
And then you got to charge it all night long.
Yeah, and as soon as I wake up, I take my cell phone and verify which message I have received.
First thing you do when you wake up is grab your cell phone. I think a lot of us do that. Okay, thanks, Igor.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, Alidek, what about you? What electrical things have you used today?
I'm also using electricity energy in our home, and uh, a lot of some gadgets, phone and iPad, PC, TV set, and so on.
Okay, that's quite a bit. And I think most of us it's the same way every day. We're plugging these things in. We're dependent on them, right?
Yes, every day.
What about you, Marcio?
Yeah, I live in a hot city, né? I'm using right now a fan. In my house, I have two air conditioners and two fans. Né? It's very hot here, but I'm using two uh, fridge, microwave, televisions, and also rice. I don't know the rice cookers. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
those are very important in countries
yeah,
like Brazil and where I live here in the Dominican Republic too. Very important.
yeah.
So you guys can see that energy is very important topic for us because the fuels that we've been using up till now are not renewable. They're mainly non-renewable. So what I want to do is I have a little YouTube clip here. I'm going to put it in the chat box for you. It's just about a minute and a half long. So I want everybody to carefully watch it and then come back to the class. It's this little clip is about non-renewable fuel. So, whoops, that's not the right one. Let me get this. Hang on, everybody. I've got this link somewhere. There we go. Okay, so just keep your microphones on mute and go ahead and watch that video, and we'll meet back here in about a minute and a half.
I'm sorry, teacher.
Yep, go ahead.
Where I should watch this clip?
If you
On
can
YouTube?
click the link and watch it on YouTube, yeah,
Okay.
just in a separate window. Okay, everybody back?
Yes.
Good. We got Heidi, Ava.
Yes, I am here.
Good. And Alidek. Marcio.
Teacher, excuse me. Maybe it's because of my iPad. I don't see any link.
You weren't able to see the link? Okay. Well, you may be able to follow along as I just have a couple of questions about
Okay.
non able to follow it.
Okay.
Igor, are you back with us? Hello, Igor.
Hello. I
Were
was
you
trying to watch the video and I couldn't yet.
you weren't able to see it? Okay.
Yeah.
If you've got my document for the class open, you should be able to see the link there on the page. But why don't we just go ahead and talk about it, because you probably will know some of the answers anyway. First question I wanted to ask you is, what are fossil fuels? So maybe you
Fossil,
didn't get to watch the video, but if you did, you can maybe try to answer that. What are fossil fuels?
fossil fuels is a non-renewable energy source. Came from some carbon, what's it, coal or oil.
Okay, good. So oil and coal, among
Yeah.
some other things. Now,
Many many years ago, plants and maybe animals went to the underground. Then it became some coal or oil.
okay, so then we pump up the oil and mine the coal and then produce our fuel. Now, you already answered this sort of, but let's open this up to a couple of comments. Are these renewable? And why would you say so?
No.
It will emit only CO2. Then we can't use anymore.
Okay, good, Heidi. And Ava, did you have anything to add to that?
I just said that they are not renewable and they will be run out of so there will be not enough for forever.
Okay, so we would say the supply will run out.
Run out. Okay. Supply will
All
run
right.
out. Yes.
Or another word you could say is we will exhaust. So that means we will use it all up and there won't be any left. So the next question here is, what are the disadvantages? So what are the problems
Problem is
associated with
emitting
fossil fuels?
CO2 is a green gas, so it warm up the globe. Temperature is changing.
Okay,
The
that's true.
environmental pollution.
Okay, so we have air pollution, we've got greenhouse gases. Anyone else have anything to add? What are some of the other disadvantages? Do you remember it talked about a certain type of rain? What kind of rain is
Acid.
produced?
Acid.
Yes, exactly. So Marcio, what is acid rain?
it's 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 difficult to to explain. I'm not a scientist, you know.
That's okay. None of us. I don't think any of us are scientists, but just very
Uh,
simply.
oh, uh, uh, I need to confess, I don't remember.
Okay, no problem. No
It,
problem.
then rain contains CO2. It's kind of acid. Many years ago, black forest in Germany, it got damaged by rain. So after that, German people are conscious about that.
Okay.
It spread around the world. Even important monument like pyramid or some that things are getting damaged by acid rain.
Okay, very good. That's the idea. So the pollution gets into the atmosphere and it changes the composition of the rain, which is damaging to plants and the environment in general. There's big problems with that in Canada in years past as well. Okay, what about nuclear energy? Are there any disadvantages to this type
Yeah,
of energy?
nuclear energy, they don't have any emission gas, but instead they have possibility to emit radioactive substances. Like in Japan, it happened 3 years ago.
Okay, very good.
And there isn't any place to nuclear waste also. And nowadays, a lot of country moved the nuclear waste from their country to Germany, as I know. But
Oh, really?
yes, and there is a lot of place in Germany with nuclear waste, but because they pay a lot for this. But I think so. It's not a final solution, and Germany and other countries also would like to decrease their nuclear systems.
Okay. So countries are paying Germany to store the nuclear waste, but now Germany has to figure out what to do with it.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Alidek, in Kazakhstan, what type of
Yes,
power generation do you have? Is yours nuclear energy?
yes. Our government is discussing about to build a nuclear station in the future.
Okay.
Maybe it will be building by the Russian or maybe Japan contractors. But we don't have right now nuclear station. We just get the energy with traditional option, which
Okay.
like in water
Maybe
and yes,
maybe a coal factory or something, coal energy. Okay.
coal.
Yeah, in this country where I live, I think that's what they have. They have generators that are powered by coal to get the energy, which is a fossil fuel, non-renewable. So,
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah. I think that the main problem in nuclear energy is the radiation is that is produced. This requires very security safety systems and expensive expensive engineer to make it safe. You know?
Right. Yeah, and if there's one accident, it's
Yeah,
major, big
yeah,
problem.
yeah. It's a big problem.
So, based on this information, you can see then how important renewable energies, safer energies are. Now, uh, Igor, in Brazil, are the people concerned with renewable energy? Is it a topic that's on the minds of the people?
Guys, only few people care about it. People from university, yeah, take care about it. But the most of the people, I don't think so.
The general population is kind of unaware of it.
Yeah, doesn't care what the energy comes from. Just want
Okay.
electricity, you see?
Yeah,
My
they
guess.
want their iPhone to work.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay. Well, I tell you what we're going to do now. we're going to start talking about some renewable technologies. Let me share my screen with you. If you've got the document I provided for the class open, that would be good. So here we see a little chart. And we've got wind power, hydropower, solar energy. We've got wave power. We've got biofuels. And we've got geothermal energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to work together and do a little bit of research. And what we want to know is basically what the technology is, and then their potential in our country. So you see here their potential is what we want to talk about. So I'm going to give each of you one of these topics, and then I'll give you a couple of minutes to go on Google, type it in. You can type it into the dictionary and just find out a little bit about it. And then we'll all come back and we'll discuss it together, okay? So let's start with Igor. Which of these would you like to research?
Solar.
Solar energy. Okay, Igor gets solar. And how about Alidek? Which would you like?
I would like to go with maybe biofuels.
Biofuels. You got it. Okay.
Biofuels, yeah.
And Heidi, which one would you like?
Another thing, hydrogen power.
Hydropower.
No, hydrogen, not hydro. Hydropower is water power, right? Like
Yeah.
dam or something.
Yeah.
Hydrogen is different.
Okay, you have a different one entirely.
Yeah, hydrogen power.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine. No problem. And Marcio, which one would you like?
Wind power.
Wind. And that leaves Eva. What's
I
your
would like
choice?
geothermal energy. Geothermal energy.
Geothermal energy. Okay, great. So I'll give you guys, say, 2 minutes or so to go and do some research on Google, and then we'll come back and talk about what you find.
Turbine.
Nuclear fusion. In this video, we're going to understand how two or more nucleons merge or fuse together to create something more powerful and meaningful. So
Okay, so how is everybody doing?
Okay.
Heidi's ready. Igor?
I have a few info. I guess it's fine.
You got a little bit? It's okay. You don't have to know everything about it. Just the basics. Um, Alidek, have you been able to find a little bit of information?
Yes, I get some information.
Okay, good. And Marcio,
Yeah, yeah, I'm already.
you're good. And Eva?
Yes, I'm okay.
All right, fantastic. So, who selected wind power?
Me.
Okay, well, let's start with you. What did you find out about it?
Uh, what I know about wind power in Brazil, it's a big market. There are a lot of wind farms in Brazil, in all country, mainly in the northwest part. It's a big market in Brazil.
Okay, so what does it consist of? What's a wind farm?
What is a wind farm? It's a, how can I say? It's a place where the company build some wind turbines to generate clean energy.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So the next question is kind of what is its potential in your country?
There are a lot of, in my opinion, there are a lot of potentials. The wind is free, and with modern technology, it can be captured efficiently. You know,
Right.
and also the wind turbine, yes, turbine.
Yep, a
Once
turbine.
Once the wind turbine is built, the energy it produces does not cause greenhouse gas or other pollutants. You know?
Okay, so do you feel that this is perhaps the solution or a big part of the solution to the energy problem?
Yeah. Also, many people find wind farms an interesting view. You know?
You mean to look at?
Yeah, it's beautiful to see. It's a good
Okay,
view. Yeah.
very good. Does it have any disadvantages?
Uh, maybe I don't know, but maybe the noise of the turbine. You know, they they
Okay,
they can the turbines. I think they are not noise. The turbine are
they're noisy.
noisy. Yeah, noisy. Yeah,
So that might irritate people if they live nearby.
yeah.
But it's clean,
But it's a clean energy. Yeah,
clean energy. Okay, so we have wind farms. They're clean. They may be noisy, but they have potential. In your country, you already are using it. It's already being
yeah.
used
It's
to
a
generate.
reality. Yeah, it's a reality here. We have
Okay,
lot of wind farms in a lot of country.
Marcio, excellent. Nice job.
Thanks.
Now, next, I don't think anybody picked hydropower, but Heidi had hydrogenic. I think that's what you said.
Yes, yes, hydrogen power.
Oh, hydrogen.
Yeah,
Okay.
H2.
What would you like to tell us about it?
Okay, this is the hydrogen power. H2 plus CO2 connect H2O means water. They take out from water hydrogen. Then they burn the hydrogen. And then they connect O2 and turn to the water. Came from water, return to water. It's a very good system. Next year, Toyota and Honda will start selling the hydrogen car. They don't have any emission gas. And even now, Japan has experiment about nuclear fusion power generation system. Nuclear, before we used, now using nuclear fission. It's a, let's say, core explosion. But nuclear fission is connecting two cores. So even they use hydrogen for this power plant system.
Okay, so in a nuclear fission.
Yes. So nuclear fission power plant system, we don't need to use uranium anymore, only water.
Okay, very interesting. Heidi, are you a scientist?
Yes.
I thought so. We
Uh,
have got the right person in our class to help us today.
yeah.
Awesome job, Heidi. Very good. We might come back and ask you more questions if we have time later. Great job. Now, who selected solar energy?
Uh, Me, Igor.
Okay, Igor. What do you know
Mhm.
about solar energy?
Uh, Energy that comes from the sunlight,
Okay.
and the disadvantage of this, you have you d- you we can't get the solar energy in a cloudy day. In Brazil, it's common for your house to have your own solar energy, yeah, to produce electricity during the light day.
We're not getting you over the mic. I think you're connected to a bad spot. Are
Sorry,
you
I
still
can
there?
barely. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Is anybody able to hear? Did everyone hear what Igor said, or did it cut out?
It cut out a part.
Okay. Can you try one more time, Igor? Just say what you were talking about again.
The the disability. Able.
Hello? Sorry, Igor, you know what? We're losing you on the microphone. Maybe your internet is just low for the moment. How about if we go to somebody else for a second, and then we'll come back to you and try again, okay?
Okay.
Let's just move over to biofuels for a moment. That was Alidek.
Yes, the biofuels is a fuel that contains energy from the geologically recent. It's made up from the agriculture. It's like corn or or other plants. It is very uh, it's more cheaper than to produce some oil energy uh, and the nuclear too. Uh, in the world, it uses so widely in the United States and the Brazil. There are
Okay.
two countries which which provide it very well. Uh, from the whole world, it's 90% is laying on that two countries.
Okay. Very good. Now, what do you think that is the potential in your country?
Well, actually, no, I don't think so. Because, but I saw in the network in the news that Kazakhstan is will be start to produce this. uh, company, but it will be in the not nearly future.
This is
Uh,
it's going to start to be produced in Kazakhstan?
yes, they discussing about it, but it depends on agricultural system that we have.
Okay.
Yes, and
Very
it's
good. Anything else you wanted to tell us about it?
well, I think that's all.
Okay. Very good. That's the idea. Fuel produced from plants.
Yes.
Nice job. And then we've got geothermal energy, and that was Eva. What did you learn about geothermal?
Geothermal energy generated and stored in the earth. So this is earth internal heat. And there are a lot of places where there are thermal energy below the ground, but not everywhere. When people bore or drill down into the ground, it's a very expensive thing. So build this system for a house, but after that will be cheaper than nowadays system when you just pay every month the heating. And the thermal energy has a very big supply. It's a very big supply, so it's a good idea to use it. My country, Hungary, is a lucky country because we have a lot of thermal energy, and there was a lot of project to help the people who want to use thermal energy for their house. And I think so it's a good way in the future.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Okay, let's go back and see if Igor's connection is a little bit better. Can you try again for us, Igor?
Yes. The solar energy comes from the sunlight. The disadvantage of it is it cannot be produced in a cloudy day. And in the other side, it has a lower cost than the other ones. In Brazil, we can see a few houses with your own system of solar energy. Yeah, then the house can save money. Yeah, by producing your own. I don't know about the industry. Yeah, I can say only about home house because I have seen it. And that's it for me.
Okay, that's great. We could hear you perfectly that time. Excellent. All right. So now I want you just to look at these things we've talked about. We've talked about wind power, hydrogen power, solar energy, biofuels, and geothermal energy. So let's start with Marcio. Can you tell us which of these you think is the most important for your country?
Could you repeat the the energies we are talking
Yep.
about?
We have geothermal, we
Geothermal.
have biofuels, we have wind power, hydrogen power,
Ah, okay.
and solar energy.
Okay. Uh, I think, just my opinion,
Yeah, just
in
your
power,
opinion.
yeah, in Brazil, we, we are a lucky country, because you have a big coast. Then we can generate a lot of kind of energy, clean energy, and one of this energy is wind power. It's a reality here. We have a lot of wind farms here,
Okay.
and it's very clean, and the investment you can, how can I say, the return of the investment is faster, you know.
Okay.
And then they generate an energy and for years and years, clean energy for years and years.
All right. So wind power is your number one pick.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And let's see. What about um, Alidek? Which of these do you think is the most important for your country?
Well, I think the most important uh, Kazakhstan has a different regions with their own climate, and because of this, I think uh, almost all of them is important for us. For example, in the north or central region, we can use the wind power because we have a lot of steppes. Uh, in the south regions, we can use the hydrogen because we have a lot of rivers there.
Okay.
Then it's in my opinion, the solar energy is more cheaper than others because we have the sun all day long, um, and we can generate power from it.
Okay. So you feel like it's going to have to be a combination of different ones in order to
Yes, because
do
it
it.
depends on yes,
Very
different
good.
between regions. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's true, and a lot of times when I read articles about it, they are often combining wind power and solar power. So at the same place, they will have the wind turbines along with the solar energy. For example, here's a picture. Whoops, where did it go? Oh, I can't get it. My antivirus software is blocking me. Oh, here it is. Now I've got it. So we see here in the picture, you have the combination of the solar panels at the bottom plus the wind turbine. So perhaps in the future we'll see more of these combinations coming together in order to help us to solve our energy problems. Okay, so now let's go on to this little brief article I have for us to read. And as you see from the headline, it says Google is investing $1 billion in renewable energy. So let's just read through it together. How about if, Igor, could you read this first paragraph for us?
Tech, tech giant Google is investing 1 billion in renewable energies to make its operation totally green. The company hopes to exploit solar energy, wind farms, and other forms of alternative energy to power its data centers around the world. Can I continue?
Yep, keep going.
Rick, Google's director of energy and supply, told reporters, "We've invested over $1 billion in 15 projects that have the capacity to produce 2 gigawatts of power around the world." Mr. Needham added it was an economic necessity for Google to invest in energy. He said, "Procuring power for ourselves and investing in renewable power plants all make business sense. They make sense for us as a company to do. We really rely on power for our business.
All right, Igor, fantastic job. So, let's just read the other part of this article, and then we'll ask some questions about it. So maybe, how about Heidi? Would you read this paragraph, please?
Okay. Mr. Needham said Google still has a long way to go before all of its operations are fueled by renewable energy. He said about 34% of Google's power requirement and sourced from renewables. Needham told reporters it wasn't always easy to meet the target in some parts of the world, saying our goal is to be 100% renewable powered. There are lots of challenges in getting there, not the least of which is operating in many jurisdictions that are in different parts of the world. He added, at Google, we invest in innovative renewable energy projects that have the potential to transform the energy landscape and help provide more clean power to businesses and homes around the world.
All right, fantastic job. Thanks for that, Heidi. So now, just read these two paragraphs. Let's see how much you were able to understand. We have some comprehension questions. So if you don't know the answer, don't worry. We'll talk about it together. But question number one, maybe I'll ask Ava. What kind of farms does Google want to exploit?
Google want to exploit solar energy and other alternative energy also.
Okay, very good. So the second question, and perhaps I can ask this of Alidek. What kind of centers does Google want to power?
I'm sorry, teacher, but I can't see text. Uh,
Okay, can you, were you able to open up the document in your own computer or you're on an iPad?
yes, I'm on my iPad.
Okay,
I'm sorry
so
for that.
you weren't able to follow the article, is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. No problem. If you know the answer to any of these questions, you just let me know.
Okay.
So, what about Heidi? What kind of centers does Google want to power?
Centers maybe solar energy,
Okay,
but
that's what they want to use, but what do they
but
want to power?
but they
Might
are thinking about another alternative energies. The purpose is 100% of renewable energy in the world.
That's their goal, yes. And Marcio, did you have something to add?
Oh, sorry, teacher. I lost my connection and didn't read the text. I'm reading
Okay, no
it right now.
problem. No problem. Notice here it said that they wanted to exploit solar energy, wind farms, and other forms of alternative energy to power its data centers. So when we look at our question, what kind of centers does Google want to power? So it wants to power its data centers. So that's where it's got its servers and things like that. So question number 3, how much power can Google's projects currently produce? Igor, do you know the answer?
I guess Google can produce 2 giga, 2 gigawatts right now.
Very
And
good.
yeah, and their goal is to reach 100%.
Okay, fantastic. So let's see now. Let's go down to this question here. What is one of the biggest challenges for Google? Um, Ava, would you like to answer that one?
Mm, I don't remember.
No problem. We can go back here and have a look.
Oh, it's operating in many jurisdictions that are in different parts of the world.
Okay, so what would you say in your own words? What is the challenge?
So the lawyers, so Google lawyers have to solve the process of do these new renewable energies for this data center system.
Okay, so trying to set up these energy production facilities in various countries all over the world is a difficult thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. So now, you guys did it well with that article. I know there was some difficult vocabulary. You seem to understand it quite well. Now let's talk about going green for the next couple of minutes. Does anyone know what it means if a company says that they are going green? What does that mean?
They would like to use lower energy or do something with which not create environmental pollution. So, by example, go to the work by bicycle, not with auto, not with a car, or.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, for example, in our article, Google as a company, we could say, is doing what it can to go green, or Google is going green. But
It's it's
we
a
can
way
go
it's a
ahead.
way it's a way to damage less the nature, our environment, than we use to.
Very good, Igor. That's right. So you'll see here some suggestions of ways that we as individuals can go green. So when you look at this list of ideas, Alidek, which do you think is something that you could do personally to go green?
Well, I can use. I'm sure that I can't eat less meat. I can't. I can't do that. But I think I can walk or bike to work or school.
Okay, very good. That's a
Probably.
practical way.
Yes.
And
Then, of course, I can skip bottled water.
all right. Do you think that's a problem, having too much bottled water? Why is that a problem?
Because it needs more plastics or that, some not organic stuff that make the bottle.
Okay, very good. Thanks, Alidek. Good job.
Mhm.
And what about Heidi? What of these suggestions could you do?
Now I'm doing. I don't have any air conditioner in my house. Even though it's very hot nowadays, but I don't
Yeah,
use even electric fan. I use only handy fan. or
very good.
and I don't use a car because my house is very close to the station. I always use a train.
Okay. Nice suggestion. Good job. And how about you, Ava?
I can do everything, and I think so. Every people can do everything. Not companies do things. I think so. People can save the earth and do every day every little thing. And when there are a lot of people do these going green things, then it will be work.
Okay, very nice. And that brings us to Igor. What about you? What do you think you could do?
I usually used to take shorter showers and wash clothes in a cold water.
Okay, very good. Yeah, we do the same thing here in the Dominican Republic. I don't have a hot water tank, so all of our clothes are washed in cold water, and I also have to shower in cold water. So that makes my showers shorter because the water is kind of cold. Okay, everybody. So you did a great job today. We learned a lot about renewable energy, and I hope you enjoyed the class. I
Yes, and
certainly did.
thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I hope to see you all very soon again in my next classes. So, like I mentioned before, you see at the top of the page here, I've got links to my Facebook page and my Verbling teacher page. So feel free to follow me on those, and then we can keep in touch. Thank you so much for your great participation today, and we'll see you next time. Take care,
Thank you
Thank you.
very
everybody.
much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Okay,
see you.
goodbye.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye.